So I was planning to do a live reaction to me opening up my exam results for my final year at university at King's College London. But I kind of thought against it because I think it doesn't really add much value to you guys, the viewers watching. So I wanted to discuss my reaction to my results and why particularly I don't seem perhaps as happy as I should be. And if you haven't already, I'd really recommend you watching my video on overcoming failure. It might provide a bit more context to this whole video. So go check that out. So for those of you who don't know, I just finished my third year at King's College London studying biomedical sciences. Earlier this morning, I had found out that I had achieved my goal of getting a first-class degree. I'm really happy with the result that has been, 3 years in the making. So I told some of my family and I got a call back, and they were really wishing me well and saying, congratulations, it's such an amazing achievement. And I said, thank you. And then they asked me like, oh, why aren't you happy? Why aren't you celebrating? And I thought about it and I didn't really have an answer at the time. But now that I've had time to kind of let it sink in, I think I have a reason as to why I'm not so elated by my first class and why I'm not, out celebrating. I think a lot of people can actually benefit from this, ideology that I'm going to share with you today. So there are many reasons why perhaps I'm not as happy as I want to be. The first of which is all universities in the UK, or most of them, had a safety net policy. So before even going into the exams, I knew that I was pretty much guaranteed a high 2-1, even if I'd done extremely badly because of the current pandemic situation. The second reason is I think I surround myself with really intelligent, smart people. A lot of them do really well in their assignments, courseworks, and exams. And I think once you surround yourself with all these people, it kind of becomes normal that, a high 2-1 or first class is just, what everyone gets, when in reality, that's not the case. I think the main point that I wanted to get across was that whether or not I did well or badly in these exams, I don't think I would be disappointed in myself at the outcome. I think what matters most is how much effort you put in to get to this point, how much hard work, how much commitment, how much sacrifice. That's really what's important. And if you've done all those things, you should be extremely proud of yourself with the amount of work that you've put in and the hard work that has gone into these 3 years of university. I think that's so much more important than the end destination or the end achievement of you getting a first-class degree or you getting a failure. Ultimately, what matters is the amount of work and what you've done to get to that point, not the result that you took from one exam that could have gone wrong in 100 different ways. Perspective is key in this kind of situation, and most people would agree that long term, maybe 10, 20 years down the line, a grade that I got on my exam for university, however big it was, is not going to determine how successful you are in the future. Ultimately, it is the work ethic, the amount of passion that you have, the amount of time that you put towards something that is really going to benefit you in the long run, and not a grade on a piece of paper. So I think this is the main reason as to why I am perhaps not as elated as I should be about getting a first-class degree, because I'm already super happy with the amount of effort that I've put in the last 3 years to get to this point. And I know the sacrifices that I've had to take. And ultimately, yes, this is a great kind of prize that I've won for doing all this work, but it is actually the amount of work that I should be super proud of and not the little grade on a piece of paper. So for all of you out there, I know a lot of you may be receiving A-level results right now. I think it's really important to know that if you've worked really hard and tried your best, that's what counts. And the outcome doesn't really matter in the long run. No one's going to care if you got an A and A-levels. They're going to care and how hard you can work and how passionate you are about a certain subject. So keep that in mind, and I hope you found this video useful. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you shared it around with your friends or anyone else who you think might find this useful. Thanks for watching.